At Healthcare Partners Medical Group, our mission is to provide the highest quality of healthcare to each and every patient. With 5 locations in Pahrump, we are local doctors you know and trust. We want to thank you for choosing us. Quality care starts here.
And several Good Samaritans got together to help a local teenager achieve his dreams of going national.
Well, Deanna, the other day, Bill Kobarger called me and said, I've got a project for you and your wife, Marilyn. And I said, well, what is it? And he said, well, there's a young gentleman in town who shows pigs, who is a grand champion pig shower. And nationals are coming up right after Christmas. This will be the last, I believe, and Alex can go more into this about what's going on, the chance he'll have to show this pig. When they pulled the trailer out to move it, the tires were dry rotted. So we got involved. I called Drew here at Big O Tires and said, hey Drew, what's the best you can do for me on some tires? And he gave me a price. And Marilyn was on the phone, made a few phone calls, and we raised all but about $100 of it. So that this young man could have his wish for Christmas and go to nationals, I believe it's down in Phoenix.
Phoenix, yes.
Down in Phoenix this year, so that we can bring a national grand champion pig shower back here to Pahrump.
So you're going down to Phoenix. I know we've heard about you before, and we're so proud to have you here in our town. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, I show pigs. I've shown at the Clark County Fair for 8 years, and this is my first time ever going to nationals. So it's a big event, and you have to travel. I had to get a whole bunch of permits and stuff to move my pig, and the trailer was the last thing that I had to do. And as soon as I pulled it out, because I have it backed into one of my corners of my property, all the tires were flat. And I looked around, and I was like, I can't afford to get tires. This is going to be stressful. It's another stress that I had to find out. And then, thankfully, Bill and everyone made calls and ended up getting tires, and it was just $100. I was like, okay, I can afford this. I can do this. And it's just a big help, so I can able to get there and not have to worry about having tires blow out on the dam or something. So it was really a big help.
So you're bringing one pig down there to Phoenix?
Bringing one, yeah. It's just my one pig, my national show pig, and I've been raising him since he was 45 pounds, and he's about 260 right now. Yeah. So he's a big guy and really excited for it.
Wow, this is going to be great going down there. Bill, who all donated and helped out on this?
I'm glad you asked. Big O Tires, Drew and his dad, Dave, from Big O Tires are donating the tires at near cost. And then Glenn Leonard stepped forward with a check, and Dr. Taylor, the chiropractic doctor, stepped forward with a check.
Wonderful. So when are you going to be leaving?
The 26th, the day after Christmas at 3 o'clock in the morning.
There you go.
I start driving.
And feeling safe at 3 o'clock in the morning to travel.
That's the main thing was, it's just me and my mom going, and I know how to change the tires and stuff, but I was like, all my tires are bad, so this is really important. Able to get up there, not have to worry. I can just drive and get up there safely with my pig.
So how many other people are you competing against?
I heard that there's going to be 600 other pigs there, so a lot, and I have to compete against all of them to see who's the grand champion. So I'm excited, but really nervous, but ready to go.
If you need help preparing your taxes this year, the time to call a pro is now. But as Angie Hicks of Angie's List shows you, don't rush to hire just anyone. It's important to put in the time to research who will be going through your taxes.
Millions of Americans file their own taxes, but how many of them aren't taking full advantage of tax breaks and tax deductions that they qualify for but don't know about?
Hiring a professional can actually help you take advantage of deductions you may not even realize you're eligible for. A lot of times people think about mileage for work as a possible deduction, but we had one member that was commenting that she was required to stay up on the news, and because of that she was able to deduct her cable bill because she needed it for work.
Having a CPA do my taxes has saved me hours and time and probably thousands of dollars in taxes.
You want to find someone you trust and ideally develop a long-lasting professional relationship with. That way they know your finances and can help you if you miss deductions.
Folks should set up an appointment as soon as anything changes in their financial situation from the year before. It's never too late to educate yourself on what your situation is for that year. So anytime during the year is the best time to schedule an appointment. You need to make sure that you have the right documentation before you take a deduction. Never estimate or guess based on last year or prior year numbers. Specifically for 2012, Make sure that if you're issuing a 1099 or receiving a 1099, that you do it correctly. The IRS is really cracking down on 1099 miscellaneous income, and you never know when you'll be selected for an audit, so make sure that the documentation you have is what you would be able to explain to an IRS agent.
You should also know that your tax attorney or CPA will take care of you in case of an audit.
Although it was an expense that I couldn't see myself necessarily being comfortable with, I went ahead and took the leap, hired a CPA, gave them all the paperwork, and it was such a relief at first. So my first reaction was, wow, this is nice. I'm willing to pay someone to do this for me. But then I quickly realized that it was an investment because he found things that I hadn't noticed. He told me and reassured me that I would never have to deal with the IRS, that in the case of an audit, that he would be the one going in between and just asking me for exactly what we needed to help get through that time. So don't be nervous about audits.
Many of us dislike the idea of hiring someone to do a job that we think we can do equally as well. But when it comes to taxes, the laws change all the time, and it's hard for anyone but a tax professional to keep up with them. If you think you might be missing out or paying more than your fair share, hiring a qualified professional may be money well spent. This is Ian B. Clark for News 46.
And folks, here's Deanna O'Donnell with your news across Nevada.
Nevada's unemployment rate for November fell to 10.8%. That's the lowest it's been in more than 3 years. Las Vegas's rate fell to 10.4%, while Reno dropped to 9.9%. Reno metro area's unemployment rate is the first single-digit November reading since 2008, down from 12.1% a year ago. The Las Vegas region registered a decline of 2.6 percentage points in 2011. In Carson City, the unemployment rate in November fell to 10.3%, down over 2 points from a year ago, and 0.4 points relative to October. This month's 10.8% unemployment rate is the lowest since March of 2009, and private sector unemployment reached the 1 million mark for the first time since March. Critics in Nevada are calling new regulations that excuse cities and counties from posting public salaries online a strike against transparency. A legislative commission last week passed regulations allowing cities and counties to post only aggregate salary expenditures on their websites. Previously, they had been required to post individual salaries. Some say the move could open the door to fraud and abuse. Local governments spend most of their taxpayer dollars on payroll. The new regulations implement a 2011 law ending a requirement that local governments posting quarterly financial statements in the newspaper. State Senator David Parks of Las Vegas said cities and counties should not post employee salaries because it's an invasion of privacy. On New Year's Eve, more than 330,000 people are expected to be visiting Las Vegas. That's going to leave a non-gaming economic impact of about $210 million on our economy just for one night. New Year's Eve tourists will trickle in over the next few days. With New Year's Eve being on a Monday this year, the Visitors Authority is hoping that most travelers will be extending their vacation to 4 or 5 days. The 150,000 hotel rooms could be filled 90% or more. Some of the events in Las Vegas include the band The Killers, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and rap artist Pitbull will also be performing. The UFC will be holding their annual New Year's Eve weekend event this weekend as well. The hotels up and down the Strip will set off fireworks on New Year's Eve, bringing in the new year with a bang. If you're having a New Year's Eve event and you would like the public to know about it, you can send it to news@kpvm.tv or give us a call at 727-9400 extension 201. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. That's your news across Nevada.
And we'll be right back after this.
Gold Town Casino, where you'll get the most bang for your bucks. Top-notch live gaming action, superior dining at Bougainvillea Cafe, and impeccable service you'll never want to leave. With surprises in store every day, why go anywhere else? All here at the Gold Town Casino.
If you're looking for a place to recycle your Christmas tree, the University of Nevada Cooperative Extension just might be the place for you.
Starting Christmas Day, you can bring over take all the garland, the balls off, drop them off at our Cooperative Extension office. We'll have a designated area. You won't be able to miss the signs. And then Nye County, you have up till January 23rd. After that, Public Works will come out and chip the trees, and all the chippings will go into our garden to better, do nice conservation.
There you go. And so any other criteria? It's open all the time? You don't need to go at certain hours or anything?
No, just 24/7. Just come and bring your Christmas tree and drop it off.
Where's the garden located?
It's at Dandelion and Calvada. You can't miss it.
Pruning is a horticultural practice involving the selective removal of parts of a plant, such as branches, buds, or roots. A workshop will be held for free at the Nevada Cooperative Extension Office for all who would like to attend.
Pruning workshop, we have this every year. M.L. Robinson, our faculty horticultural specialist, comes out, and from 9 to about noon, he puts up an hour lecture in our annex building. Then we go outside, hands-on, bring your pruning tools and learn how to prune fruit trees, shrubs, roses. This is something we do every year, and it's free to the public.
Why is it so important to learn how to prune?
If you prune them wrong, you're going to have, for fruit trees, you're going to have a bad fruit crop. For roses, you're going to maybe kill your roses. It's very important to know how and when to prune.
Wow, real short workshop for the lecture, and then get to go out there and learn all about it.
That's right. In fact, like I said, wear gloves, bring your hand tools, and learn the proper ways of pruning.
What kind of hand tools for the novelist?
Well, you can bring your large loppers, or you can bring your little hand pruners, your bypass pruners, even saws if you wanted to.
Does this cost anything?
No, it's always free to the public. It says for a community service.
There you go. Where are you guys located?
1651 East Calvada Boulevard, which is the corner of Calvada and Dandelion.
And that's going to do it for this edition of News 46's Week in Review. We want to let everybody know that we will be having news on New Year's Eve.
Actually, it'll be covering the last year in review.
Yeah, that'll be real nice. And but on New Year's Day, we won't be having news. We want to let everybody know to drive very carefully over New Year's Eve holiday. Of course, there's events all over town as well as in Vegas there. But if you do need a ride on New Year's Eve, the Nye County Sheriff's Office always provides those safe rides. You can give them a call at 751-7000 if you need a ride home. And I know that a lot of businesses are also providing rides too as well for their customers.
Which is a great thing.
Yes, it is.
Great service.
And so we will see everybody back here on Monday. And once again, we won't be having news on New Year's Day, but we'll see you back here on Wednesday.
Yep. Happy New Year, folks.
Happy New Year.